Okay. All right. Let me make sure that we are good. Let me adjust a bit. Here we are. Okay. Hello. Hello, hello. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to this somewhat surprise stream on Hello Jerry. Welcome to this surprise stream. Hello. Hello everyone. Welcome to this surprise stream on a Wednesday at 8:23 p.m. Now, I'm only going to do a little bit of preamble because we all know why you guys are here today. We all know what occasion has summoned us back here, right? And don't worry, we will watch the video because it's not very long, as it wasn't very long last time. But thank you off rip for joining me on this impromptu stream. I originally was not going to stream this. I was just going to do my recording, upload it tomorrow. But I was asked on my community if I was going to stream it. I said, you know what? Why not? Why not share in this? I did invite someone to join. So who knows if they'll join today if they can. Okay. They can't. So I'll be doing this solo. So I'll hold on for it. I think I can manage this thing by myself. But we will get to that later on. But in the same vein of what we're getting to, and I'm not trying to tease it out, we're watching the Real Game Awards. That's what we're doing. That's what we are doing, okay? But what we are doing today is going to damage some of your brain cells, but I'll try to make it as painless as possible. But in the vein of this, there's some, I would say, fun I want to have before we watch this video. And this is courtesy of the AI hallucination of Pee Wee Herman, one Mr. Jeff Tarzia. So if you guys are unfamiliar with Jeff Tarzia, he goes by Smash JT on the internet. And he is, with no preamble, one of the pretty stable grifter. Like, he's pretty firmly in that grifter sphere. He is currently being sued by Alyssa Mercante because of his defamation and basically harassment. And over under that Wagner makes an appearance. Ooh, I have no idea who's going to be in these videos, you guys. So my reactions are going to be completely pure. But Smash JT is often the type of person who doesn't give people grace at all, ever, unless they're like on his ideological team. And the reason why I'm saying this is because he, along with a lot of these grifters, have never let certain things go. For example, do you guys remember the infamous Cuphead tutorial? Do you guys remember that? From a GamesBeat journalist? The Cuphead tutorial. If you're not familiar with that, allow me to briefly go over this. Don't worry, this all plays into this. Trust me, I'm always building towards something. So, if you do remember, we still have to watch this. It's important. It's important, okay? So, a lot of people, this was 8 years ago, Jesus Christ. A lot of people were very, 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 very upset that a games journalist was not able to complete the tutorial section of Cuphead. And as you can see, all I typed in was Cuphead tutorial game journalist, and it's a lot. It's a lot, right? It's a lot. Everyone is going in on the game journalist, right? And the whole thing was the game journalist, Dean Takashi. Hey, I'll play it for you. But Dean Takashi was not uploading this footage as any sort of serious thing. It was simply him messing about with the game. He wasn't like the person who's going to play the game. He wasn't a viewer. He wasn't anything like that. They thought it was just a fun little lark, to the point where they had to, I can go here. put out an article on GamesBeat where they addressed this August 24th, 2017. It was not supposed to be a big deal. It was like a little jokey joke. So that's it. That was it. It wasn't supposed to be serious. When he did the tutorial, like he even wrote, I suck at Cuphead because that's why my defense, the running gun platformer from Studio MDR is difficult. It is, but not in that sense, right? And there's even a whole thing about it. Like you guys can read it for yourself, but ultimately it was, he was not doing this seriously. He even like labeled his own gameplay shameful. Right. And we know that. I intended it to be funny, and I apologize that I misread the tone. Not just the tone of the video and the story. I mentioned from the first sentence that I sucked at Cuphead. As my colleague pointed out, I misread the climate in which it was received. I apologize that so many expected the best from me, and they got horrible gameplay. I apologize to my fellow game journalists as I just made everybody's lives tougher again. My own response to my critics revealed my ignorance on a number of facts. In fact, platform games like Cuphead are not my speciality. Mike Minotti of GamesBeat plays them, and he will likely do the formal review of the game when it comes out September 29th. I came back with the video that I thought was unusable, but my colleagues thought it would be funny too. I didn't make any weighty judgments about whether you should buy Cuphead or not. I wrote a slice in time preview. It was naively devoid of context that possibly could have headed off that anger. So many people didn't realize that this wasn't a serious issue or a serious review. I've messed it up. So again, not serious. And just to really amplify this point, here's the footage. So yeah, so here's the footage, right? Now, to be fair, it is quite painful to watch. Oof. It hurts the longer you watch it. This is some DSP level of gameplay. Yeah, this is only 40-60 seconds in a 2-minute and 20-second clip, okay? So it is quite excruciating to watch, but ultimately not that serious. Not that serious. But a lot of people took this as to be games journalists can't play video games. That's why they have things on like games journalist mode, which is supposed to be an easy mode. Devs added a game journalist mode, right? Because the developers, Aggro Crab, in their game, Another Crab's Treasure, added a gun. They can just shoot things, right? Video games journalist mode, like everything is video game journalist mode, like, right? That was the joke. Like, that was the joke, right? Like, everything's video game journalist mode, whatever, how game on, like, that was literally, until this day, people should make jokes about that, right? It's embarrassing. It's all this, it's all that, right? Game journalist mode. But now we just go to I've been exposed to the fake game. Oh, he's coping so hard. I love it. I love that he's so predictable. So right here, DOA, one day gets over. Marathon is DOA after server slam backlash. There was no backlash, but he's calling the game DOA, right? It's done. It's dead. It's over. It's finished. He's had a lot of strong words about this game. But now, look at his output for a second. Ranchechi likes to view himself as a real gamer, loves video games. He's a real player. He's not a fake player like the CEO of, I'm sorry, the new president, Asha Sharma from Microsoft. She's a fake gamer. She's fake. Ranchechi's a real gamer. He's a real gamer, you guys. That's why he can put out all these things, because he's a real gamer. He knows what real gamers are like. He knows what they want, because he's one of them. He is one of them. So when he got his experienced gamer hands on Marathon, this was the outcome. Let's just watch. You're going to hear him speak a bit. Let's just watch.
I'm like, I don't even know if that's a person or a robot shooting bullets at I don't know what it is, but I was trying my best with it. Which, oh, by the way, this is me fast forwarding to the part where there's actually action. There was about a 10-minute period before this where it was just walking around. I'm like, I don't even know if that's a person or a robot shooting bullets at I don't know what it is, but I was trying my best with it. Which, oh,
okay, so a couple of things. First and foremost, if you notice the weapon he's using, this is an SMG. Now, if you notice, we'll mute him now because we'll have to listen to him again. But if you notice the distance he's shooting this person, or this stationary object, it's a Sentry, by the way, you notice that he's using an SMG as I think he thinks the S in SMG stands for like sniper machine gun, instead of like submachine gun. So he is shooting a stationary target with an SMG, which means it's not hitting the target, wasting ammo, and just hiding behind the corner. That's not really how this game is meant to be played. I should know. Me and Crimes New Roman, we played this game. We played the Marathon Slam together. And you don't play like that. You're kind of constantly moving. You're checking your corners. You're looting. You're looking for better items. All that fun stuff, right? This isn't how you're supposed to play. And it wasn't just me who made this observation. It was a lot of people. If you're gonna play like this, you're part of the target audience. Oof. And so what's Smash JT, because he's definitely, a real mature man and takes criticism well, he wrote, pulling a clip completely out of context to get an own on my very first time playing this game is wild. All you showcase is what a shit show the game is. Impossible to find weapons and ammo. It was not fun. I played longer, understood it a bit more, and was still not enjoying my time with it. I didn't care to keep playing the game any longer to find the fun. I wasn't alone. The game will fail. Sony knows this. Bungie knows this. Deep down, you know this. Again, just putting it out there. I don't think you understood the mechanics, because you're saying impossible to find weapons and ammo. Yeah, the weapons, ammo drop was kind of low, but the weapons, you kill the people and you get their weapons. Like, there are some weapons on the field, but you're supposed to kill people and get their weapons. That's how this works. That's the whole point. If there was a bunch of weapons littered around the ground that you could pick up and use, then it wouldn't be an extraction shooter, because you could just find the best weapons and win. This isn't like a battle royale, right? And to say that he was pulling a clip out of context, this is the clip that he uploaded. Like, that's the clip that he uploaded. And another thing he said that was a lie is right around here.
I'm like, I don't even know if that's a person or a
right here, actually. Which says he skipped ahead.
Walking around. It was just walking around.
Right
before this, about a 10-minute period. There was about a 10-minute period before this.
He said about a 10-minute period before it. So if you notice in the corner, it says 1934, right? I'll mute it again so you can see it, but it says 1934 right here. You'll see it in the corner. It's ticking down, 1930. Now, he said there was a 10-minute period of him just walking around. except for the fact that he's stayed in the same position during that clip. So there's no way he was walking around. I mean, these are the same buildings. He didn't switch buildings. This is the same vantage point. There's the same stuff in the background. He didn't move anywhere. But he said it was 10 minutes, which means this would have been roughly like what, a 30-minute game? It's 25 minutes. You get 25 minutes to get in, get out. So he couldn't have possibly been walking around for 10 minutes because then the time would have been, well, not 1922 or 1930. It would have been closer to around like 15 minutes. So he didn't do any of that stuff. This was just his gameplay. And again, not just me saying this, not just me noticing it. It's not out of context. You were showing it, dumbass. You spent 97 minutes total playing a marathon game. I highly doubt you understood the game after that amount of time. You have another extraction to play it on Steam. I think you need more than 9 minutes on AimLab. And again, a lot of people. These are the type of teammates I get when I decide to bring in my best loot. He just like how, well, it's so stupid. Like, it's like some people trying to agree with him, but it's like, hey, I kind of expect the confidence trying to snipe with an SMG. Absolutely, we know we aren't the target audience. Target audience is so small, the game looking to survive. That's untrue. And like, these are the dumbasses agreeing with him, but these people, I refuse to believe they're actually people this bad at video games, and this dude makes gaming content. So, you know, bots have a huge red spot, right? And players look vaguely human. Now I see why COD bullets have to bend around corners for some people. Like this is, yes, welcome back, Cuphead tutorial journalist. There are two wolves inside of him. They're both aiming at the same time. Oh my God. And so now the reason why I am taking such joy in this is because these are the same people who insist that games journalists don't know how to play games. They're terrible. But ironically, Smash JT considers himself an actual journalist. So I guess that's why he's bad. Like, I guess that's why he's bad at this game. And of course, imagine blocking someone, then quote tweeting someone else's responding to me. Free real estate podcast, he unblock me, plus cuck behavior. Now, Smash JT says this. He says cuck behavior, correct? Now, if I go to here, notice how I can't comment because I'm blocked. I'm blocked by Smash JT. And if we go to Smash JT's video, he has a video on me in regards to Asmongold. Right around, God, he posts like every 3 seconds. Holy shit. When he was talking about how my career was ended. I think it's kind of interesting that by the way, he was heading on marathons the whole time. Bungie's marathons already DOA. He said a month ago, and now it's DOA again. I know you could die twice before the game came out. But he has a video talking about me, but wrecked. That's my face, right? That's my face, right? Generational crash out, he calls it. So is he not also being a pussy and talking about me while I'm blocked? Interesting. Very interesting. But yes. This is the kind of person that he is. Just can't handle anything. My favorite part is this. Marathon reviewer versus their gameplay. DOA, and then of course
oh, by the way, this is me fast forwarding to the part where there's actually action.
So yeah, just thought I'd show that. Just thought I would show that these are the people who will, at any opportunity, shit on all games journalists basically on media and tell them that they're the real gamers, they're the fakes. Even though the people they're shitting on have to play the game long enough to have reviewed it, right? They would try to say that, oh, games journalist. But again, a games journalist and a reviewer aren't the same, but these people, they are. So we'll just use their definition of it. But the games journalists have to beat the game in order to talk about it. Well, for the most part, some games are very long, like MMOs, and do like an in progress review, but they have to get pretty far in the game into the systems to talk about it at any sort of credible level. So it's kind of intellectually dishonest to say that these people don't play games or not real gamers when their career is literally playing games and then analyzing or reviewing. They have to have played the game, right? Like that's just intellectually being true. They had to have played the game. But for him and his ilk to be so quick to doubt the skill level of people and then to demonstrate subpar skill for themselves. Now, here's the question though. Do you think the woke, the anti-woke people, his group, are going to give him the Dean Takashi treatment? You think they're going to be like, look at this anti-woke person? Anti-wokies can't play video games? You think that's going to happen? He gets to crash out on a near daily basis. Matter of fact, I bet you right now, if we go to his stream, that he is still talking about this.
Speaking of True North, it's been a minute. I hope True North is doing well. And yeah, that's the other thing I said about Marathon is people have the games they're already playing. They're not going to leave their group and their game and the microtransactions, DLC, season passes that they've already bought to go start a brand new game. That's sure there'll be some, but those are the modern audience, the people that never stick around anyways. So yeah. Aaron Alexander, official for the 5-banger. So activist slime balls are calling you a tourist? Speaking of Stellar Blade, tomorrow's arcade stream will summed up in 2 words: deep hurting.
Bro, this is such cope.
There's a lot of arcade games that would be punishing. I can't think of which.
Is he going to ignore the fact that the first sentence?
But curious. And yes, I'm being called a fake gamer, even though I beat very, very difficult games on streams. Sure, I didn't do it the first time, but I mean, nobody does. They're hard games.
Oh.
But I held my own.
Oh.
I think I did really well in Silksong. People who were in the Silksong streams, they were impressed. They're like, God damn, Smash can actually fucking game.
Wow. Except for that's not what we're talking about though, right? So again, massive cope. Because we knew he would do that. In fact, I predict tomorrow's video is going to be talking about him coping right now. Because these people can't handle literally an eighth of the shit that they dish out. They can't handle any of it. Any fraction of it is too much. He must retreat to his corner and immediately stream to protect himself. Like, oh, you guys know I'm good at games, right? You know I'm good. Buddy, if you're good, why do you give a shit that you weren't good at this game? Chalk it up to the game. Go to the next one. You know? But when it comes to playing extraction shooters, you aren't that guy. And I'll be fair, I don't play a ton of extraction shooters either. You guys have seen my library at this point multiple times. Not an extraction shooter in sight. But the whole thing about gaming is diverse. You don't have to be good at every single game. In fact, I would go so far as to say, you don't really have to be good at games. You can beat games and not be good at it. You can play games for different reasons. But these people have to be the best at everything because they criticize people who aren't the best at everything. Dean Takashi you shouldn't listen to his reviews at anything because he was bad at one game tutorial. But that same logic can never be used on them because they're not being fair. Like he said, I played Holosong and people were impressed. I held my own. Okay, they were impressed by Holosong, but not impressed by Marathon. Marathon and Holosong, different kinds of game, different kind of difficulty. One is against AIs, one is against AI and human people, which you couldn't distinguish two. But we understand that people excel at different areas. Like, yeah, I'm not going to watch Dean Takashi talk about Cuphead from a reviewer standpoint, because he very clearly didn't understand mechanics. But let's say he was really into JRPGs and he's talking about, I've been watching lots of K-Bash videos, so let's say he's talking about Xenoblade Chronicles. I might give that a listen because he has a history in that, right? Not everyone has to be the best at everything. It's really a like conservative gamer mentality that you have to be the best in order to talk about video games. You don't. But when you hold people up to these standards and you don't live by them, that's hypocritical. It's the same thing with everyone who's like, oh, Andrew top G, this, top G, that. He gets his ass kicked by a reality star. And then suddenly it's, well, he's older. Well, he hasn't fought in much time. Well, he hasn't done this. Well, he hasn't done that. It's like, okay, so why is he allowed all these concessions and yet still allowed to call himself a real alpha male who's dominant? But then when someone else doesn't even espouse those same virtues, are held to that same standard, they get no grace. Yes, is a man in his 40s acting like this? Exactly. Exactly. Listen, at the end of the day, it's a fucking video game. I'm not that great at Marathon. I got fucking ganked a ton. I was still learning the ins and outs. I did get some kills. I actually had some pretty good loot and I fucking lost it. But that's just the game. I don't play extraction shooters for that reason. It's a kind of stressor I don't like. I like character action games, as you guys well know. I streamed all of the Ninja Gaiden for you guys and for myself. I played the demos for mostly character action games, right? That's my shit. I love that shit. So I'm pretty decent at those. But even then, I'm not the best at them. But I enjoy them. That's all that fucking matters, is enjoyment. Which is why this next thing we're going to talk about is what happens when you truly don't enjoy video games. Because this is why you guys are here, right? This is why you guys came to the stream tonight. We are going to watch the real Game Awards. No more preamble. No more me analyzing. Just we are watching. We are watching this now. Although I will say, which angle do you guys prefer to watch this? Do you want like this? Or like this? So just type 1 for this one, and then 2 for this one. First one, second, first one. Okay. So the first one, one. Okay. So one, okay. One. One has one. Oh my God, we're using AI. Oh, we are off to a great start. We are off to a great start. Oh my God. Oh, oh. This is where the budget went. This is where the budget went. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Do you guys think it's going to be in Japanese? Oh, let me move my socials out the way so you guys can really see this. Do you guys think they're going to use Japanese audio? I think they'll try to use like Japanese. But anyway, let's see.
Microtransaction.
Immediately right.
150ドルの限定版。魅力のないキャラに破綻したシナリオ。それでも奴らが勝者として迎えられる。
Pause. Did it just completely change lighting?
奴らが勝者として迎えられる。
Right? It got darker?
もっとマシな何かがあるはずだ。本当にゲームを愛する。俺たちファンのために。ああ、クレマ。お前なら今のこの状況を見てどうする？そうだよな。
I feel like I'm drunk watching
誰か
this.
に頼るんじゃなく、自分の手で道を切り開く。それがお前だった。
I feel like I'm drunk watching this.
もしかして、それこそが答えなのかもな。俺たちの物語は、俺たち自身で作るしかない。一人のゲーマーとして。
Is that a black person in my anime? Woke.
俺たち自身で作るしかない。
Woke. What's going on here? Also, they're playing, ooh, non-binary rap. They're playing a game with the controllers on the opposite side. Is that some kind of newfangled device where the controller is like it's like if they're playing it like this. You guys can't see correct controller's green. But that is, oh, we're off to 47 seconds in. Let's go.
一人のゲーマーとして俺たちの物語は俺たち自身で作るしかない
You already said that.
始めようとしてザ・リアルゲームアワード
Digimon. Pokemon? What the fuck? Oh my god, my weeb sense is dying. Okay, I'm sorry, I have to analyze this opening. So you like how perspective shifting is dog shit, right? Like, is this his stand user? Also, notice how the feet meld together into one big ass foot. They are clearly phasing through each other. And then the best part is the animation resets to get them in the right key pose. So like, he's together, then he jumps back for no reason. Oh my god, this is gonna take me an hour to cut through. Oh my god, but you know what? Better animation than the last season of Seven Deadly Sins. Also, what fucking year is he supposed to be in? Like, they're like, hey, put a black character in there. Okay, give him, I think, like, dreadlocks, but then also have his hair be completely straight in a different kind of texture that he would need to have dreadlocks, and give him a hat and a jersey. Yeah, that screams black, right? That reads as black, right? Also, now I'm looking at it, it looks like a mix between Pokemon and Boondocks. What the fuck? Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. This is what, Fullmetal Alchemist? Like the angles? Giant rat. Also, this looks like, okay, I know I'm breaking down lots, so I'm sorry. I am a huge anime fan, so this is bothering me. Did we just rip off like the art style from like Ghibli for a second? Like the color palette? Well, I don't know what the fuck is happening here. Why does he look like fucking Lupin? Why is he suddenly Lupin? What the fuck? Oh my god, this is definitely Lupin the Third. Like that's Lupin. And his hair is impossible, by the way. Even more impossible than Killmonger. Three different animation styles happening here. Oh my god. No fucking way. 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 You're gonna do this to oh my god. Gabe Newell. I love the fact that these people will be like, you guys are corporate shills. Every time you say you like a game, you're shilling for it. And here they are getting on their knees to suck the dick of a corporation. Why are you sucking off Valve this hard? Like, oh my god. Oh my god. Leaflet? the fuck is that? That's just the AI grokification of Misa Mane, right? Like, what's happening here? This was money.
Hey everybody, and welcome to this year's edition of the Real Game Awards.
Oh my god,
now,
you
if
guys!
watched last year, you know we are not out to be some multi-million-dollar award show with.
Clearly, yeah. Don't worry. I never got the impression that you were out to be a multi-million-dollar. I never got that impression. You guys, we're at 2 minutes and 38 seconds, and I'm pretty sure I've made this over an hour long. Money, you're going to hear me say this a lot, but money was paid for this. Money went into this.
Multi-million-dollar budgets where you got to pay a ton of money to get your trailer on. Hey, that's cool. There's a place for that. We are meant to be the exact opposite, to give you, the gamer, a voice and talk about games the way you, the gamer, talks about them. Passionately, honestly, and most of the time, brutally. Now, our show is constantly changing. Every year, it's totally different. Sometimes categories are going to show up one.
He said every year. This is the second time. This is the second time. This is number 2. This is number 2. I mean, in multiple ways, this is number 2, but this is the second one. We're changing all the time.
One year to the next, and sometimes you're going to get an entirely new category. This year, we're celebrating some of the best and obviously some of the worst in video games. Now, why is the show happening right now and not at the end of 2025? Well, it's because we actually accounted for literally every single game that was released in 2025 from January 1st all the way to December 31st. If it was released then, it was up for potential nomination this year. All right, so here we go. 20 categories this year already.
20?
Good to bad and everything else in between. Broken down by the games that are nominated, as well as the exact percentage of votes that they got from you, our voting members over at.
Okay, why is he padding already? Listen, making overly long videos on relatively simple and short concepts, that's my gig. That's what I do. I do that shit. You don't have to explain everything we're going to watch. Who gives a shit that you're going to show the percentages of how... Yeah, we can fucking read, Craig. Most of us can fucking read, Craig.
TheRealGameAwards.com. So let's get into it with our first category, Best Gaming Mod Community category, presented by our friends over at Melee Games, James and Kay.
Some games are finished the moment the credits roll, but the best ones, they never really end because the community refuses to let them.
What's going on? Is he okay? Is he having a stroke? Is he... What's happening? He's just doing a bit, right?
Mods are proof that games don't just belong to the studios, they belong to the players, us, who love them. Whether it's mods that make a broken game playable, like in the case of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, or places like KOTOR 2 where they restore the thing.
Or, you know, you just want to see your Sims naked. The 2 nominees for Best Community Mod.
Two. He said they looked at every game this year, every game from 2025, every single game from January 1st to December 31st. 20 categories, and in all of the gaming and all of the mods that came out, including shit still coming out for Elden Ring or for Knight's Reign or for any of the games, Ghost of Yotei, any of the games. The mods are not only 2, but it is the 2 of the same exact mod. It is 2 of the same exact mod. Anytime I say these people are permanently porn-brained, I am consistently proven correct. These aren't even sexy, fun mods. Like, they didn't even have fun with it. They just said, best mod, big titties. We had a really tough decision between giant big titties and then giant big titties. But we think giant big titties was stronger than giant big titties. Like, we have We have mods. We have okay. Hold on. I have to do this. I'm sorry. Let's just see what games came out. What games came out? 1 second. Let's see what games came out. Let's go Nexus mods actually. Let's go to Nexus mods, and let's just go to game. Just go to the front page. Let's just see what games came out in 2026 or 2025. Just an example. Just one example. Just one example. I'm not lying. Okay, good. Just one example. Okay. Top rated Steam. Sure, top rated. That's fine. Deltarune, Schedule 1, Dispatch, dude. Maybe something different. Just games that came out in 2025. So you're telling me of all these games, none of them, Split Fiction, Blueprints, Clair Obscur, Hades 2, none of them had mods. None of them had mods. None of them had mods that you could have picked. Look at Expedition. Show character names. Look, they even had swimsuits. They even had swimsuits for Lune. Why wasn't this nominated? NCL. Why wasn't this nominated? You had this. You had this. You had this. It had artistry behind it. Yes, it's sexy. But look at it. They even made custom jackets for it. They made jackets for it. This mod took more effort. Like they and you're telling me the best options. Oh shit. Sorry. You were telling me the best options were these two? I'm not even talking about like the Doom mods and no. I'm talking about this. And as far as Skyrim go, you can make Skyrim a completely different game. I played Skyrim a bunch. I downloaded the mod pack that turned to a completely different anime looking game. I was playing goddamn Sekiro in Skyrim. Like nothing else. It's always this. It's always this. This isn't even the best, sexiest thing. Again, the one I showed from Expedition 33 clears this.
Blade.
Natural Bodies of Oblivion.
The winner of Best Community Mod with 57% of your vote is
Natural Bodies of Oblivion! Oh yeah, that's right. The only way to make the greatest Elder Scrolls game even better was with some TNA.
Congratulations, Natural Bodies of Oblivion, and to all those Hero of Kvatch hotties, here's to you.
If teenage me sees a Khajiit with double Ds, would I become a furry or...
Scaly.
Argonians.
Okay.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate you as always. Now, look, I am told, according to my notes
no Fallout London. Of course not, because that would be an actual good mod.
here, that RPGs and role-playing games demand deep systems, have strong storytelling, and create worlds players want to live in. Now, if you followed my career, you would know that I am not a big RPG guy. But hey, this show is not about what I like or what I don't like. It's about what you like, which is why I'm not going to be presenting this award, which is why Leaflet is presenting Best RPG.
Okay, wait.
Role-playing games are where players...
I'm sorry. Wasn't the whole thing that they did this in like a live show? Like didn't they have a whole thing where this was live? Was this not a live show? Everyone's talking so much shit about this person. I have no idea who Leaflet is, okay? But didn't they say that this was a live show? Like they no, hold on. I have to make sure you guys know this, okay? They said that this was a live show. That was the whole reason. That was the whole reason this took so long. Like, this was the whole reason. Like, that was like, you're telling me they had, it says last week we had our live premiere in Dallas. A live premiere of what? Wouldn't what we're watching right now, wouldn't this just be the recording of the live event? Did they show people? Did they just show people in Dallas?
Don't just play a story, they live inside of one. Back in the day, when gaming wasn't so mainstream, RPGs were a refuge from school
What's with these huge pauses?
and life. It was a way out. They took us on grand adventures where our creativity thrived, worlds that encouraged our curiosity with characters that grew with us, in trials where our choices mattered.
What are these pauses?
Freedom, consequence, seeing the impact that we've made on these worlds.
What's going on?
It was a home only for us. Whether it's open world,
Are you reading? They are very obviously reading from a script. Holy shit! Look at the VT remodel eyes.
characters that grew with us.
They're like characters
trials
that
where our choices
they're like this.
Freedom, consequence, seeing the impact that we've made on these worlds. It was a home only for us.
Bro, you
Whether
need a script
it's
for
open
this?
world, a party-based epic, or connecting with characters that truly made you feel like you lived a life with them.
Like, you're very
That
clearly
feeling
reading
of
from another
heartache
monitor.
When the credits rolled.
what? No second passes. Okay, to be fair, I'm not the person that should be talking about this because I also flub my shit too. But I did not submit an edited portion into a bullshit game awards. My bullshit's here.
We asked ourselves, wow.
This is also the
it's
longest
actually
preamble.
over.
Oh my
Like,
god.
become deeply personal.
Still
Means
going.
So much.
Still going. Finally,
This year's nominees
Jesus
are
Christ.
Octopath Traveler 0, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Tainted Grail.
I'm sorry. Is this person also using AI to speak? Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but what's happening?
The Fall of Avalon, and Claire Obscure Expedition 33. And the winner
They're not going to give it to.
Best Art
They're not going to give it to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 right now is not winning any awards. Okay, because it's woke. So it's going to be Expedition 33.
RPG with 72% of your vote is Claire Obscure Expedition 33.
God, another award show where Expedition 33 wins. It shouldn't be allowed to win so many awards.
I haven't had a chance to experience the world of Claire Obscure yet, but it has been recommended to me more than any other RPG. With its roots in classic JRPGs brought to life with innovative game.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, Leaflet, thank you very much, but we have to stop down and just talk about this for a second. Not only did Expedition 33 win Best RPG with 72% of the vote, it dominated everything this year. It was this is like Babe Ruth knocking dingers out. It was crazy. Barry Bonds all juiced up on steroids. If I can throw another sports reference in, I will. But all you need to know is that those Frenchies freaking dominated. And so I figured instead of just going through and all pomp and circumstance of showing you all the different categories, how about I just list everything that it won right now, including...
That's so stupid. That's so stupid. Like, let me explain why that's a dumb thing to do, okay? Let's say you're watching the Oscars, right? And you've only seen maybe a couple of the nominated films, but the two out of I don't know how many, I forgot how many categories Oscar had for Best Picture, but just say like 6 movies, right? Out of the 6 movies, you saw 2 of them, but those were 2 really, 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 really good films. And then you see 4 other movies you haven't heard of, but a part of your brain goes, well, shit, if they're in the running with these 2 movies I thought were fantastic this year, maybe I should give these other games a shot. Maybe I should give these other games a chance. Because if they're in the same category as the game or the movie that I think is great, then maybe there's some quality to that. So if these games are in the same category as Expedition 33, maybe you should still highlight that so people can be like, damn, you guys thought each of these games were worthy enough to compete against each other. Even if it's a sweep for one, at least you're like, damn, okay, I played Expedition 33, but what's this? Octopath Traveler 0? I've had it, but I haven't heard of it, but let me give it a shot. Let me give this a shot. Let me give these games a shot. That's why you should do that. But if you're just going to be like, nah, I won everything, so fuck the other games. It's like, well, then just why even have nominees? Like, okay. Like, could you imagine they're like, hey, Sinners won Best Cinematography, but not only that, fuck it. Sinner also won Best Picture, Best Adaptation, Best Directing, Best Production Design. It's like, oh, cool. Like, we don't want pomp and circumstance. Then don't have an award show. What you do is you go on Twitter and you say, these are the results of our poll. This is what won. This is what won. This is what won. An award show is pomp and circumstance. You understand that, right? It is supposed to be an event. It's an award show. The whole point of it is an event. This premiered in Dallas. People paid money for this.
Best in-game moment, best indie game, best new IP, best action adventure game, and best value. Now, with that said, all the games in those categories, freaking amazing games.
Yeah, too bad you can't fucking tell me which games they were. Like I just said, I swear I didn't observation hockey, but that's the whole point. That's the whole point. All these other games, you guys, super cool, super. Like again, this is so dumb. Imagine someone's telling you a story and they're like, I went to the store and I saw something crazy. You wouldn't believe it. But then I went and I bought this rotisserie chicken. It's like, hey, what's the thing I couldn't believe? Oh, it was amazing. Like the things that happened on my way to the store were so insane that they should have sent a poet, okay? Like it was crazy. Wow. What happened? I went to the store. No. Like all these other games are good and crazy and awesome. I will not tell you a single fucking game though. But they're awesome, but I will not tell you. It's a secret.
But they were just standing next to a French nuclear bomb that went off, and, well, they didn't win. So when a game nominates and gets dominated and just collects trophies like Expedition 33 does, well, you don't ignore it.
But you ignore the other games in your game award show, a game award show for awarding games. This is... People paid money for this. This is the type of quality you can expect from here on out. It's just, we're not going to talk about any of these games. You guys got dominated. So you don't deserve to even be spoken about.
Now with that said, let's go and move on. Because some games didn't get the recognition that Expedition 33 did when it launched. So here to talk about that with our best hidden gem category is Cecil. Hey, Cecil.
Not every great game gets a massive marketing push or a spot on the front page. Some of the best experiences in gaming are ones that you stumble upon by accident. A recommendation from a friend, a late-night download, or a game you take a chance on with zero expectations.
Okay, to be fair, didn't Megabonk get... I mean, it had no marquee, but it wasn't such a huge success that it was nominated for the actual Game Awards, and then they were like, hey, we're not a new game franchise, so like... No. Also, I wouldn't consider this like a hidden gem. Like it did very well. Like this wasn't like to me, a hidden gem is like Absalom, right? Where a lot of people probably didn't play as much as they should, but the people who played the game had a good time. I loved Absalom. But like that to me is more of a hidden gem. It wasn't like this indie darling. It wasn't talked about a lot. It's mostly talked about by like the bread tuber gamers and all that stuff too. I think this was nominated. Like
Hidden gems are special because they don't succeed on hype. They succeed on heart. They're games that earn their audience.
Why is everyone's pace so slow?
Strong ideas, smart design, and the kind of passion you can feel the moment you pick up the controller. Some of my favorite games of all time are ones that aren't as well known.
I'm sorry, was that fucking Split Fiction?
Some of my favorite games of all time are ones that aren't
No, it's not Split Fiction. Never mind.
as well
I was gonna say that'd be crazy for them to put Split Fiction in this category because Split Fiction is not a hidden gem, right?
known. This category exists to spotlight games that deserve more attention and the players who found them anyway. The nominees for Best Hidden Gem are Guns of Fury, Shinobi: The Art of Vengeance, Split Fiction,
How is Split Fiction considered a hidden gem? How was Split Fiction considered a hidden gem? Split Fiction was one of the biggest games that came out last year. What are they talking about? What the fuck? What is his category? Oh, I know Megabonk's not hidden. Oh, you know what it is, though, you guys? You know what it is? You know what it is? You know what it is? The voting audience for this award show only play games with big titty women, as you saw with the mods. So any game that didn't have women who look like that was literally hidden from them. Okay. Got it. That's what I mean by hidden gem.
Megabonk. And the winner of Best Hidden
gonna be
Gem with
Megabonk.
42% of your vote is Megabonk.
Thanks, Cecil. Appreciate you, my man. Now, if you watched last year's show, you know that we ran trailers for various indie titles.
Ooh, wait, did you guys think that they finally learned their lesson and that they're not going to run trailers for people who did not consent to have their games attached to this bullshit? Or do we think they're going to double down?
pretty much saw the games, thought they were cool, and said, hey, let's just give them some free promotion. And for the most part, everybody was pretty cool. Except for one game. They didn't like it, they made a big old stink about it, and got really upset that we actually did it. And we took that feedback very seriously. Which is why we're going to do it again this year. This is the trailer for Sulaco.
So this is, again, this is stupid. Because now they could sue them. Like, they could just sue you for this. Oh, I called it. Yeah, I know. These people aren't, they're not hard to predict. But this is also a perfect encapsulation of how they operate. It's just spite. It's just spite. They're just spite ridden. That's it. Oh, you didn't like that we put your game in something without your consent? You don't like that we used your intellectual property without your knowledge? Well, guess what? We're going to do it again. I thought this was an award show to showcase the real games, to showcase that there are other games you can watch and play besides the one show by the elites at the Game Awards. So by doing this, you are just confirming that all of this, your whole thing, was made purely out of spite for what Jeff Keighley was able to accomplish. All of these people who are part of this are so upset that they will never be recognized as legitimate. The closest they have to legitimacy is Stuttering Craig because he was a part of Screw Attack. That's it. That's it. Side Scrollers doesn't have any kind of fucking motion. Most of these people really don't have any kind of motion, so they have to do this stuff. This is complete spite. Like, this is like, you know what could have gone here? Maybe a game they liked. Maybe they could have reached out, been like, hey, I like X game. I'm doing an award show. Would you guys be okay? You don't have to pay me. Would you guys be okay with me just putting you in this show because I like you so much? They could have done that. But no, they'd rather just be like, we're petty little bitches and we're going to just do this again and maybe not get sued.
Anyways, moving on. Classic gaming never dies. It just evolves. Here to present Best Retro-Inspired Game, I'd like to introduce the man who has quite possibly the longest title tonight. The #1 Amazon charting metal singer, composer, YouTuber, and retro game enthusiast, Dan Vasc.
Like many of you, I grew up
I have no idea who this is.
of a CRT screen, blowing on cartridges to make them work, and playing games that had to hook me in the first 5 minutes. And like many of you, I'm always kind of skeptical when I hear the words retro inspired.
Also, this has nothing to do with anything happening on screen. But if like Nux Taku or like Tectone appears in this, I'm going to lose my goddamn mind.
Because I see a lot of games out there that just slap some pixel art in the game and call it retro, while ignoring the fact that real classics weren't just about nostalgic looks, but rather about tight controls, clear rules, and gameplay that respected both your time and your intelligence.
What the fuck are you talking about? Classic games were notoriously clunky. Respect your time and intelligence. There are games where if you died once, they start you all the way in the beginning of the level because they were based off of arcades, which were simply there to eat up your money. Like, what are we talking about? This is revisionist history. Unless you mean classic as in like Xbox 360. Classic video games notoriously did not have tight controls. Controls got better. With some exceptions, there had really good controls when they first came out, but most of the time, the controls were not tight. There's a reason why the term tank controls exist.
The best retro-inspired games, they don't just copy the look of the past, but rather they understand why those games worked in the first place.
You just said that.
They take the spirit of classic design and prove it still holds up today, even without bloated systems, artificially inflating playtime, adding so
Okay, you just said that.
Timeless, not trendy. The nominees are Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
What the fuck is retro about Hollow Knight Silksong? What is retro about Hollow Knight Silksong? What about that is retro? Like Marvel Cosmic Invasion, I understand. It's a beat 'em up. It's a beat 'em up. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound looks, I mean, yes, okay, I can give you that, but like, I wouldn't say Shinobi is retro at all. Is it because it's 2D? What the hell is retro about the Marvel? No, the Marvel game is fairly retro in the sense that it is a side-scroller beat 'em up. But like, even then, beat 'em up doesn't mean retro. You know, think about it. None of this fits the qualifications of retro, besides maybe Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. That's only because of the art style, but everything else is just within a genre, right? Like these are all just 2D games.
Shinobi Art of Vengeance, Hollow Knight Silksong. And the winner with 48% of your vote is Hollow Knight Silksong.
Okay, I want you guys to keep a record, okay? I think the game that wins is just the game furthest to the right. To the right. Like, I think, let's see. Because I think so far every game that's won has been the one to the right.
You know, I remember the first time I played the first Hollow
Fascinating.
Retro that really understood that.
Appreciate you, my man. Now, one thing we talk about on our Side Scrollers podcast is about how people who talk about games actually have just as much sway when it comes to culture as the games themselves, which is why we'd like to present the Best Content Creator Award to one of these 4 nominees.
Okay, I'm going to take a guess. One of them's going to be Endymion. The other one, maybe Andy Pants. If these are real ones, Synthetic Man, my goat, would be up there. And then the fourth one, I don't know, Smash JT.
Legendary Drops.
Legendary Drops. Kirsha, Asmongold, and Kaya. Wow, so these are fake. These are fake because if this is my award show, my goat Synthetic Man's up there.
Kirsha, Asmongold, and Kaya, Hassan Piker's dog.
See, okay, and here's the thing. Here's the thing. Having Kaya up there, obviously they are virtue signaling to their audience. But again, why would you not take this opportunity to actually show another real content creator that you like? Like, why is it anytime they get the opportunity to showcase something in like the purity of it. Like, oh, I really like these content creators. I like these video games. They always choose spite every time. Also, fairly confident Kirsche is not a gamer or puts out good content. But I mean, to be fair, the best out of these people is legendary drops. But yeah, it's weird to me that they would go this route, like Kaya, Hassan Piker's dog. Why is Hassan involved in this? Like, you guys are obsessed with this man. Why is he involved in this? Why is his dog up here?
Gold, and Kaya, Hassan Piker's dog. And the winner of Best Content Creator is, with 44% of your vote, everyone's favorite Fox lady, Kirsche.
Honestly, if I'm Legendary Drops, I'm calling bullshit. And I don't like Legendary Drops, but he puts out way better content than Kirsche does. At least Legendary Drops attempts on some level to provide some sort of analysis. I never really agree with it fully, but at least he provides some attempt at analysis, right? Like, at least he tries something. He's like, here's what's happening in the gaming world, and it's because you know, game developers hate players. It's like, okay, at least that's something. But Kaya got and I'm blocking it. Kaya got 19% of the votes. Like,
Speaking of Kirsche, how about we bring her in to present our next award? And I can't think of anybody more jiggly than to present the Best Jiggle
again, it's Jiggle Physics again. It's
Physics Award.
That is the stiffest titty shake I've ever seen in my life. What are we doing here?
Physics Award.
I'm sorry, if you get off to this shit, your bloodline is weak and you will not survive the winter. What are you talking about? This is what happens. This is what happens. This is what you guys are like. Stale titties. Now, maybe I'm a little bit woke here, but I prefer my titties jiggly.
Oh, we're ready. Oh, I was still practicing. Well, thank you.
Oh, and just, you know, once again, isn't this bitch a Nazi?
For that award. That's interesting that I beat out the most shocking contestant of the year. But
oh my God, I can't do it. This model is so fucking terrible. Like, they want to talk about Hassan shocking his dog. Is Kirsche constantly having electric impulses that going off to her body uncontrollably? Like, what's happening here?
Interesting that I beat out the most shocking contestant of the year. But as someone who personally benefits from the laws of exaggerated physics, I feel uniquely qualified to present this category. Jiggle physics are one of those legendary gaming traditions where
what the
realism
fuck?
politely steps aside. And
Bro,
fun.
I've seen Power Rangers move more fluidly than her. I'm talking about, like, all right, guys, it's time to go. We gotta stop. I've seen more fluidity in that. Her fucking X arms, animated ass, fucking go hands looking. What is going on?
Takes the wheel. Or wheels, if you will. And unlike most awards, this one isn't limited to games that came out this year. Because let's be honest, greatness like this does.
Then what's the point? What is, again, I understand this is not a legitimate award show, but the neurodivergent in me is like, hey, you said the reason why this took a long time is because you were looking at games that came out from January 1st to December 31st of 2025. Now you're saying, actually, fuck it, we don't care. Yeah, okay. Jiggle Physics, we're gonna go back beyond. Is it just they can put Eve from Stellar Blade in this?
Doesn't expire. Some of the most iconic examples live on long after launch, becoming ridiculous or fully committed timeless, are the first Descendant, Dead or Alive Extreme Venus Vacation, and Stellar Blade.
So not only was I right about, yes, they did this to do Stellar Blades, but Dead or Alive, what did she say this was?
Extreme Venus Vacation.
I'm confident Dead or Alive Venus Vacation didn't even come out this decade. I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident. Okay, it came out this decade, but it came out in 2024. Well, initially it came out in 2017. So, in fact, I was right. This did not come out this decade. This came out 2017. November 15th, 2017. Like, did it have a secondary release date? Nope. November 22nd. So it was released also for, okay, so they did a re-release of it. Oh, so it was released in Japan in 2017, but it came to America in 2019. Wait, when did this fucking game come out here? What? Okay, so either way, it did not come out this year. And like I said, they wanted to change the rules so they could put Stellar Blade back in here. You mean to tell me you stretched back all of this year plus multiple years and there was only 3 games with the jiggle physics you wanted? You guys remember that video I put out when I said these people are, they're not like me. They're not real actual ethical gooners. This is the shit I'm talking about. Because why does jiggle physics only have to be in the top region? Butt also jiggles. Ass also jiggles. Why are we limiting ourselves here? You guys can't even goon correctly.
And Stellar Blade. And the winner, with a commanding 70% of
Stellar Blade.
your vote,
Stellar Blade.
is Stellar Blade! That game got a hell of a lot of hype. And Eve was certainly built to...
Oh my god, I know. I will not talk
and
about
best
that.
first-person shooter. Why don't we just have said, why do we need a category?
Wait.
Take a dive.
Shut up. Wait.
This year, our voting members said, why do we need a category for best third-person shooter and best first-person shooter? Why don't we just have one category called best shooting game?
I said this last year. If you guys go watch, which I'll probably, when I cut this down, I'll probably put it on the end to attach it. If you go watch my video on this last year, I literally said, why do you have multiple redundant categories? Just combine them. And yes, they nominated a re-release. Like,
And so we do. And I can't think of a better person to present this award than a cowboy who hands out dirt naps for a living. Please welcome the Rabble Wrangler.
Yeah, let's go. Howdy, folks. As the best in the West, you learn real quick. It's not about how...
are they making up content creators? Are they making up content creators? Be for real. Are they making people up? There's no way. Hold on. Can we just hold on. The Rabble, what, Wrangler? Oh, this is a real account with 11,000 subscribers. Wait, no, this can't be the same. Why is he? Dude, he has like, what, like a couple of gaming videos from literally months ago. And now it's a saloon. He does country and video games. Yeah, he's played Battlefield 6, Bad Company. So he's just played Battlefield and Bad Company. He must have deleted his videos. Yeah, because it says 244. And this This is not 2044. Okay, so I guess he's real. I guess he's real.
Fast you can pull the trigger. It's about precision. It's about timing. It's about keeping a cool head when things get hot. Now, the best shooting games aren't just about firepower. They're about skill. They're about instincts.
I'm learning so
knowing
much.
When to make the right move at the right time. Whether you're clearing rooms, holding the line, or you're in a one-on-one gunslinging battle at high noon like I experience every day, these games test your nerve and your grit and reward the folks who can keep a...
This is just me being pedantic. I'm admitting I'm being pedantic right now. Why is he not centered? Like it's just bothering me. Why is he not centered? Like he's like a step. If he moves a step to the left this way, if he moves just like a little bit like further. I don't like that. If he moves a little bit further, he's moving. Yeah, but he's moving and he stopped
under
not
pressure.
Dead center.
This category honors the sharpest shooters, the fastest hands, and the games that prove that not everyone's cut out for life on the digital frontier. The nominees for Best Shooter are Doom, The Dark Ages, Escape from Duckov, Battlefield 6, and Arc Raiders.
I thought they
and
hated
the winner of Best Shooter with 34% of your vote, that's right, you, the voter, your vote, 34%, the winner is Arc Raiders.
Okay, so I think my theory for the most part is holding true. Where it's just the game. Damn it, fucking camera! It's the game further. The game behind me wins.
Now I've played Arc Raiders. It's a lot of fun. It's got a great atmosphere. It's got a great score. It makes you feel like you're out there in the post-apocalyptic AI final. Steal
Awesome.
your goop. A lot of fun.
Got
Let's
it.
go.
Thank you, Wrangler, as always. Now, as we do our best to let you know that you are really
I didn't win. That was rigged though. So 99% of the time, 99% of the time works every time.
freaking old, we want to let you know that this past year, the Xbox 360 turned 20. Now look, the Xbox 360, amazing console. That's like when online gaming kind of became a big
They're
thing
absolutely
on the
about to shit on
console world.
Xbox.
We saw downloadable titles, spectacular downloadable titles during the Xbox Live Summer Arcade. Man, it was great. But you guys suggested a category that said, what is the best Xbox 360 game? So that's what we're doing here. This is a very special category that can only happen this year and this year alone with 20 years of hindsight. So here we go. The nominees.
It's going to be Halo. Look, it doesn't matter what the nominees are. It's going to be Halo.
That you put together for the best Xbox 360 game ever are Gears of War, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2,
It's Halo 3.
Mass Effect 2,
I'd be surprised if it was
Halo
Gears.
3. And the winner, with 52% of the vote,
Yeah,
is
that's not.
Halo
It's
3.
like
Now, in
there's-
the distant future, when some 12-year-old kid is going, I wonder what the Xbox 360 was, and they search what was the best Xbox 360 game, they will point to this moment right now on the Real Game Awards.
Oh yes, I know that's not the real Modern Warfare cover. That's probably the remix cover. I know that's not Modern Warfare 2, but it doesn't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. It doesn't fucking matter. These guys aren't gonna. Come on. You saw the intro. You knew what you were getting into.
Xbox 360 game, they will point to this moment right now.
Wait, I'm gonna get clapped.
Xbox 360 game. We could have somebody so closely tied to the game talk about it himself.
Oh my God! Please not him. Please not O'Donnell.
Everybody, please welcome Marty O'Donnell.
God
Hey
damn
everybody,
it!
it's Marty O'Donnell here, the former audio director and composer at Bungie Studios.
This is all he says, by the way. By the way, fun fact: Marty O'Donnell tried to run for. I believe Marty O'Donnell ran for a seat. I think he ran for Congress, correct? Yes. He lost badly. Like he's not gonna. He's not. He came in fourth with 20% of the vote, by the way. He just. Oh, he's going to take another run. He came in fourth in the primary. And then said that he would drop out if the president endorses another candidate. Yep. So that's just what he's doing, by the way. For the GOP, that's what he's doing. So that's why he's here. In fact, he might talk about him running again.
On behalf of everyone at Bungie from nearly 20 years ago, I just want to thank all of you who voted to make Halo 3 the best
The Chamois guy lost too. God, America has no future.
Xbox 360 game ever, which we really appreciate since so many great games came out on the 360, which in my opinion is one of the best consoles ever shipped. You know, not only did we consider Halo 3 to be the final chapter in an epic trilogy, but besides wrapping up the story and the characters, I think what we're mostly proud.
Wait, yeah, he ran for the GOP. He's a Republican. He's. Why do you think he's on this show? Why do you think he's on with these guys?
Proud of is what we were able to provide to you fans. And by the way, we almost weren't able to do it. We almost ran out of time.
Oh my God!
To make sure all these things came through. Mode, comes and screenshots. You know, all these things. Oh, that's another story.
Is he getting closer each time?
Thanks again, but who might still do?
Is he getting closer each time?
We're in which we really are one of the best consoles.
Why is he?
So Max 360 game.
Wait, why is he getting closer each time? Why? I'm scared, guys.
Where most his feature came Forge Theater.
Oh God.
There is, but who number 2?
Xbox 360. Continue our celebration of Halo 3 being officially named the best Xbox 360 game ever by you.
Everyone's yelling at me to skip. I skipped it.
Extra special. Please welcome the amazing Lady Desiree as she makes an outstanding tribute to one of the most iconic soundtracks in video game history.
Who's Lady Desiree? Who's Lady Desiree? We're not going to watch this, but Desiree? Oh, she just does piano? That's cool. She just does piano. Okay. So this is probably just like a gig for her then? I mean, she just does music. I'm not going to hate on her, but I'm not trying to get my stream clap. So we're going to be skipping this portion, which is just Halo. Is that the... He said they had 20 categories. There's like 10 minutes left of this. Oh my God. Oh, is it the whole soundtrack? God damn. Is it the whole OST? Wait, look up if She-Ray did it. She did it 3 years ago. Anyways, we're almost done with this.
Beautiful. Now, as we move on, some games just won't die. You won't let them die. So here to present Best Game That Won't Die, Rev Says Desu and Straub.
Oh, fuck me. In my hubris, I thought I accounted for every possible nightmare combination they could pull off here. And once again, I, being Icarus flying too close to the sun, I've just had my wax wings melted. Yeah, bring out Nux for the trifecta, baby. Hell yeah. Nux, Taku, and Tectone. Bring them both out.
Some games come and go, and then there are the ones that just refuse to quit.
These are the games that survive updates, new consoles, and...
Wait, why is she in my left ear? I don't like that. I don't like that. Why is she in my left ear? Why was he in my right ear? She's in my left ear? Oh, no. Also, they need to bring Chibi reviews onto this.
Used to quit.
Like, what are they using to record this? His sounds normal.
These are the games that
And then
survive updates, new consoles, and entire industry cycles because their communities just keep showing up.
They're still being played, streamed, modded, and argued about years later.
And if a game can last that long, it's earned its place here.
Here are your nominees.
It's earned
for
its place
games that
and
will
games that
not
won't die.
First up, we have Fortnite. Second, we have No Man's Sky. And the final nominee is Skyrim.
What is? I'm sorry. Why do people? They have no passion for what they do, huh? Like grifting really does take the heart out of you. He's just like Fortnite, No Man's Sky, Skyrim. Best game that won't die. Why not just call this game with longevity? Like,
And the winner, with 51% of your vote,
I told you,
is
it's just the
Skyrim,
it's
a
the ones to
game
the right.
that truly will not die.
Here to present the award for Best Multiplayer Game, YouTuber and regular guest of the Side Scrollers podcast, Lady Decade.
Multiplayer games are a
Oh, this lady. Also, stop with the lady names, please. I don't like that. It's you know, I'm not gonna be rude. I'm gonna let her speak. I'm gonna let her speak.
about more than just a competition. They're about the moments that you share with other people. The tight wins, the devastating losses, the late night sessions, and the friendships built around playing together. Whether you're teaming up or going head to head, these games shine because of the communities that form around them. Here are your nominations for best multiplayer game. Kirby Air Riders, Marvel Rivals, Battlefield 6, Sonic Racing Crossworlds, Ark Raiders.
Okay, I understand these are multiplayer games, but like, don't these feel like very different multiplayer games? Like, no? These feel a little bit different. Ark's gonna win because Ark is to the right.
And the winner, with 37% of your votes, is Ark Raiders.
Okay. If we take out the Kaya thing, which was a lark, I've been correct. Their system is just whatever's to the right, just wins. Which is ironic because that's also how their ideology works.
This is no surprise at all. Ark Raiders exploded onto the scene
They did.
to win.
For Best Microsoft exclusive. We just figured we'd throw it all into one category and have the best console exclusive game. And I can't think of a better person to be the presenter than the most hardcore video.
Also, what is it gonna be? Oh no, it's Alex something. Also, I find it funny that like because they spend so much time with Halo, every award after has been one after another, one after another, one after another.
Video gamer I know. Please welcome Vera Dark.
Why did I not see this coming? Why did I not see this coming? Why did I not see this coming? All right, here we go. Video games. Her glasses are going to be right here. She's probably wearing that same black shirt she always wears.
Console exclusive.
Oh my god. Oh my god. For once, I would love to be wrong. I would love to be wrong. I would love to not call shit immediately. But they don't. They don't. Vera's not British. But it's so easy. It's so easy. Even down to the shirt. Even down to the shirt.
Exclusives are more than just great games. They are the reason that people buy the hardware in the first place. These are the titles that can sell consoles, spark debates, and make players say, I need that system. They're built to show off what a console can really do, and they define entire generations.
Also, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is a video game award show. We do not need the concept of exclusive games explained to us. This isn't why are you explaining how console exclusives works? We know. It doesn't need preamble. Not every award needs preamble. Just tell me what it is. It's like I don't understand. I ain't play the lottery. Bitch, I been playing for years. I ain't win nothing. But they don't understand. Like that's the whole thing. It should have been Justabelle, you're right. That's the whole thing though. They don't this is why I love these people so much, because they do not understand anything that they do at a deeper level. The entire point of this was Craig saying, we don't need all this pomp, all this attention. We don't need fancy awards. We don't even need permission to show games off. We just do what we do. We're rebels. We're this, we're that, right? And then he gives everyone like an hour to speak about some shit no one cares about. Like, if I'm watching an award show, what I care about are the people getting the awards. Like, I want to see them get up, present their awards, and tell us how much it means to them, the creator, because it's their night. Am I okay? No. Do you see what I do for you guys? You think my mental is normal? You think I could be mentally well and do this? No. I'm not okay. But I share my suffering. Do you just play double exposure again? I will next stream. This is for you guys though. This is what you guys ask of me and I deliver. But again, we don't need this. Like, just get to the game.
Of gaming, whether it was a launch title or a game that they moved. Ghost of Yotei.
Now, here's the thing. Ghost of Yotei, double exposure, love it so far. Ghost of Yotei will not win. There's no shot Ghost of Yotei wins. In fact, Ghost of Yotei is going to get probably the least amount. They'll put Ghost of Yotei on here just to shit on it. It's going to get like 2% of the votes.
Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Gosh, she reads things so monotonously. Why does no one have emotions or passions for the shit that they do? Here's how we go. The Real Game Awards best console exclusives are Ghost of Yotei, Metroid Prime Beyond, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and Mario Kart World. Just that. And she's just like, Metroid Prime Beyond, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and Mario Kart World.
Mario Kart World. And the winner with 47% of...
Did I not? Someone else called it too. 4%. I told you. Okay, Donkey Kong won, so my theory's officially busted. Donkey Kong won, but 4%.
Your vote is Donkey Kong Bonanza. It was a fan favorite release in 2025 with really great boss fights, fun gameplay, and it is fantastic to see that so many people enjoyed it.
Please welcome somebody who I know is not afraid to call it like he sees it, Smash JT.
I was waiting for this one. This one I did call. Now, do you think he's going to get AVGN to come here again? Or is that once in a lifetime, like you pulled your favorite card from me and now we never talk again?
What's going on, guys? It is Smash JT, hot off the heels of Jeff Keighley's lowly Game Awards.
That he went to, that he paid to go to. He paid to go to that award show, by the way. Like, he paid, and he was so mad that Erika Ishii was there because, you know, she's actually beloved in the industry, that he was so mad that she had popcorn and he couldn't have popcorn. That's why he was there. And also, if it's lowly, Smash JT, why would you go? Why would you go there? Just say.
Actually spend time at the legitimate, you know they're legitimate, by the way, because they're the real Game Awards.
Yeah, I spend time at the Real Game Awards, and by spend time at the Game Awards, I mean at home at my setup. The lowly Game Awards had a venue in Los Angeles where people showed up and went to and had after parties and a whole extravaganza. That's lowly. This one, when I have my Gamer Uno cards in the background, Now that's real, a real event that I definitely didn't just record in between me crashing out over not being good at marathon and whatever woman I'm upset with at the hour. Spoiler alert, it's either going to be Alana Pierce, Eric Ishii, or Alyssa Mercante.
As opposed to, you know, some sort of generic game awards that some other random dude would do. No, this is the real. Right back to this. Oh, goodness. There's the hype just gets something that no game could realistically mean.
Oh my God.
About those moments where excite wanting more. These are the games that didn't quite live up for the biggest letdown.
How apropos that you are presenting biggest letdown. I'm sure that's something your kids will be saying in your future.
Silent Hill F.
The biggest letdown, and you put Silent Hill F. Obviously, it's okay. And here's what we like to call in the business a setup. What game do you guys think they are going to say was the biggest letdown? What game do we think? Because there's only two options they're going to pick here. The Silent Hill and Assassin's Creed. And Assassin's Creed is going to win. And it shouldn't win. Because for it to be a letdown, it would have had to have expectations placed on it. They very staunchly had no good expectations placed on Assassin's Creed Shadows. So if it does win, it will once again prove that these people in their community don't know how words work.
Pokemon Legends ZA. Assassin's Creed Shadows. Oh boy. And finally, Metroid Prime 4. And the winner with 35% of your vote is...
Oh, what a surprise.
Metroid Prime 4. And you know what? After I played through that game completely on my channel, I couldn't agree more. This game was nearly 1 decade in the making. Coming from one of the biggest Metroid Prime fans in the world, I couldn't wait for this game. And then all it turned out to be was Samus riding around on a motorcycle running into crystals for hours on end. Who thought that would be a good idea? Come on, Nintendo. That's the best you could do? Oh, God.
Man, we are flying by here. This is called
No, you're
efficiency,
not.
folks. This is how you do it.
Flying by. This is in the longest half hour of my existence.
Get right to the point. Hey, let's get right to the point with this one. Our next to last award tonight. And if I can't, I was trying to write a description for this, but if you don't know what shitty ass game of the year is, I don't know what to tell you. I've been presenting this award for almost 20 years. It has a long lineage of suck.
It's lineage, but go off, King.
And this year is no exception. The nominees for this year's SAGI are Ghost of Yotei.
Okay. Now, once again, we are being treated to complete bias. In no way, shape, or form should any of these games besides Mind's Eye be even nominated. They pick Ghost of Yotei because they hate women they can't jerk off to. This is true because you saw the mods they picked for best mods. They hate Assassin's Creed Shadows because they quite simply are racist and don't like black people in any capacity outside of drug dealers. Black Ops 7 is nowhere near. By consensus, nowhere near the shittiest game of the year. Like Mind's Eyes shouldn't even be. There shouldn't be any other game besides Mind's Eye in this, is what I'm saying. Like, there shouldn't be any other game besides Mind's Eye. This is like if they said biggest flop in the year that had Concord, it's just Concord. That's it. Yeah, if Mind's Eye, and here's the thing, Mind's Eye should win this by a wide margin. If it's anything close, it's bullshit.
Mind's Eye, Call of Duty Black Ops 7, and Assassin's Creed Shadows. And the winner, with 55% of your vote, is Assassin's Creed Shadows.
That is the fact that the fact that Yote, Black Ops, and Mind's Eye were so close in percentage. I'm telling you guys something, okay? Something true. Nothing beats out racism. Nothing. Nothing. Not even in objectively, by every single metric, objectively terrible game. Real quick, if we just go to Mind's Eye, just Metacritic, which I know isn't the end all be all, but it's an aggregate. Audience reviews 2.5. Generally unfavorable 38. View on all platforms 28, 33. Nothing. Even if you type in Assassin's Creed Shadows, still user average 6.2. 81. If you type in Ghost of Yote, which unfortunately is only going to be on PlayStation 5, user reviews 8.1, 86. If we type in Black Ops 7, this one had a worse user score than Mind's Eye. Really? That's crazy. Oh, it had wait. It had more ratings, though, didn't it? Yeah, way more ratings. But still, Battlefield 7 then should have at least been the second highest. The second highest was Mind's Eye. Like, Mind's Eye was so bad that Build a Rocket Boy, I believe, was being investigated. Like, I think for a scam, right? Build a, like, I think literally more layoffs. Yeah, Build a Rocket Boy layoff, a staff, and alleges corporate espionage. Like, this shit is insane. But you're telling me this game that was dog shit, so dog shit that IO. Sorry for making you do this. But this game that was so dog shit that even IO like stopped talking about it. Yeah, they're no longer the publisher. Like, it's like nothing good come of this. And you're telling me that Assassin's Creed Shadows was the shitty ass game of the year? Nothing beats racism. I am telling you. Nothing beats racism. Racism undefeated.
Now, Shadows didn't just disappoint, it exposed a deeper rot that fans had been warning about for years. Ubisoft made a conscious decision to bring in outside consultants with a heavy ideological agenda, and the result was a game that felt less like a creative vision and more like a lecture wrapped in a franchise's skin.
That's completely false. That is completely false about the game.
Fans criticized the forced themes, tone-deaf messaging, and design choices that prioritized ideology over immersion, history, and fun. And sure,
None of this
some
is
will
true.
cope and insist, hey, it was actually a really great game. Fine. Now imagine how much better it would have sold and how much less damage it would have done if all that baggage wasn't just shoved right into it.
One of the best-selling games of 2025, by the way. I mean, obviously Circana has all the information. Oh, it's only 20 cells. When the game came out, it was one of the best-selling games of like February. What games came out in 2025, actually? I'm curious. Platforms. Ghost of Yote was really high up there. Where did it land on the selling charts? Where's Assassin's Creed Shadow? Highest selling new game 2025. Year's best selling title so far in August. Didn't it come out in February? So like, it's sold extremely well. Not obviously the best game of all time, not the best of the year, but it's sold extremely well. And they're trying to make it seem like it's like what they're doing is they're making this seem like it's Mind's Eye. They're making Shadows seem like it's Mind's Eye.
Instead, Shadows became a breaking point, a public reminder in the first place to effectively go bankrupt and have to get a big old investment from a Chinese company, further pushing it. Yeah, okay, whatever. It is.
God, they're so bad. They're so bad at fucking analysis. Ubisoft was already going into a bad direction because of poor leadership, which I've spoken about at length. Tencent buying stock, or buying stake in the company was because they wanted to spin off their more successful IPs, including Assassin's Creed. Do I play Assassin's Creed? I haven't played them recently. But it's on Game Pass. I'll probably give it a shot. But Ubisoft, long story short, Ubisoft having Assassin's Creed being one of the best-selling games last year was never going to save the company. It's a fucking stupid idea that one game can save a company. Now, if you're starting off, one game can sink you, right? Like look at High Guard, look at Build a Rocket Boy. But if you're an established game company like Ubisoft, no, one fucking game is not going to turn your fortunes around. If the game sold $800 million worth of content and you are $3 billion in the hole, that $800 million isn't going to do shit, even though that's a lot of money. Like, they don't understand how any of these processes work, right? Like, it's like you got your car repossessed, but you also just won like $100,000. Like, they don't negate each other because you still owed $300,000.
What it is. All right, after celebrating the worst, now we get to the thoroughbreds. If I can quote Billy Zane from Zoolander, we absolutely will. It's time for the game of the year. No descriptor needed for this one, just quality games that you love, that you nominated. So let's find out which one is the GOAT of 2025. The nominees for Best Game of the Year are Ninja Gaiden 4, Donkey Kong Bonanza.
I just realized them saying Ninja Gaiden 4, was there no action game category, like best action game category? It's either Expedition or Silksong. Let's just do it.
83% of the vote.
Yeah, it's Expedition 33. What a surprise. Mega Blanc got 0% of the vote? How is that fucking possible? And also, sorry, I'm eating my my theory panned out first and foremost. Secondly, though, didn't they just say everything was Expedition 33? How was this $10? Lebanese people are under the threat of eradication from Israel, and these losers are losing their shit over some stupid video games that even they can't interpret correctly. Let that sink in. You know, these people are dumb. They're very stupid. I try in many ways to highlight that these people should not be listened to because they are in fact unintelligent, and they prove it to you guys day in and day out. But okay, first off, I spelled selling wrong. Secondly, Tainted Grail: The Fall of Avalon. What is this? Like, what is this game? Like, is this actually like a banger game, or is this actually like? Because they keep talking about it, but like, how? Skyrim clone. I mean, that could be good. But like, I might check this out. I might check this out on my own. But you know what's crazy? Last year, last year they had a bunch of trailers that they mentioned, right, about games they liked, they wanted to hype up. And we talked about that earlier, how they could have just asked a couple of developers, hey, can I just showcase shit for free? All they showed for game trailers this year is the one game developer who said they didn't want them to do that, right? They showed the Sulaco game trailer again. Even Studying Craig himself said a lot of people seemed cool with it except for one. So instead of focusing on the people who were cool with it and maybe showcasing another one of their games, they decided to be petty. Because I had to look for myself about Tainted Grail just now. Why didn't they show off Tainted Grail? It's nominated. If you said you were already going to do it again anyways, why not show off the games that you like? Like, that's what I don't understand about these people.
Is Expedition 33. Now, if you're doing the math, Expedition 33 won all of the awards. They won all the awards for this year's The Real Game Awards. That's because you voted on that. You guys love Expedition 33. Those Frenchies went nuts when it came to Expedition.
By the way, Expedition 33 is, like, by their standards, an incredibly woke game. Incredibly woke game. You're talking about a cast that is what? Kind of split between men and female, but thank you for subscribing. But you have a cast that's mostly centered around the women. The women are the real movers of the story, right? Especially Mael, if you know, you know. The most powerful character in the game, also a woman. The main enemy, a woman. The women control almost everything. And I won't get into spoilers, but the women are central to the story. They have girl boss characters in Ciel and in Lune. Lune is the one who tells Gustav to get his shit together. That is the shit they hate unequivocally, right? But they can jerk off to these characters, so that washes away. Thank you guys for subscribing. You should subscribe to my Twitch. I get some goddamn money from my new graphics card. But thank you for subscribing nonetheless. But they don't have any consistent ideology. There's nothing that animates them consistently.
Expedition 33, congratulations to them. Still a phenomenal game. Will be considered one of the best games ever made by the time it's all said and done. Congratulations.
Okay, that's crazy.
And that is it for this year's edition of the Real Game Awards. Whether you guys are just watching or you're a voting member, thank you so much for your support and allowing us to put together this little show in your voice. It is such an honor to do so.
This costs money.
Watching in Dallas, we got more fun on the way as Video Armageddon is starting immediately after this. It's about to go down. And for those of you guys who stuck around all the way to the end here for the Real Game Awards, we do have one more special treat for you.
Oh my God, you guys, they're doing an Avengers. They're doing an Avengers.
A game that is so revolutionary, so hype, so one of one.
Is it?
I had to unveil it right now.
Is it the Angry Video game again?
Ladies and gentlemen, this
Andy Pants.
is Highguard.
God damn, dude. They can't even be original. They can't even be original. Like, it's so beyond them. Those attending in Dallas. So let's get this straight. Let's clear some things up. They got me. I know. I was hoping they didn't show my goats. Help take gangs back. Okay, let's go to therealgameawards.com. And we get some things straight. Naturally I go there all the time. So, let's say you want to just go to the website. You want to just go to the website. You're at the Real Game Awards. Nope, not feed, just therealgameawards.com. Now, this costs money. I cannot stress this enough. This costs money. Award show ticket. Every year, $150. Suggest categories, nominate, vote, and attend the Real Game Awards in the near future. So that means if they, in fact, did have this in Dallas, like it mentioned in both the tweet we saw earlier and in the video, that means to go to the show, they spent $150 American USD, United States dollar. Right? Like that is what that's from my understanding, that's what happened. $150. And also, if we want to just talk about something real quick, for $5 a month, which, you know, equates to $60 a year, which isn't that much, you can just support them, right? But you got to spend $15 a year to suggest categories, and you have to spend $30 a year to nominate. But here's the thing I just said. If you were supporting them for a year straight, right? $5 a month. Let's say $5 a month is the only thing you could do. You could only spare $5 a month. You would end up paying more a year than these two combined. And you would still have less access because this is monthly, this is yearly. Which, again, why not make it $15 or $30 a month? Why a year? Is beyond me. But you have to spend $30 just to be able to nominate. Why would you spend $15 to just suggest a vote, but then you have to pay another $15 to nominate, and then pay $150 to do those two things plus go? And then if you give them 1337, which is LEET speak, because people use LEET in the year 2026. You get to do all that, and you are listed as a sponsor. Can we get a look at a real list of the sponsors real quick? Thank you to all our voting members and those intents and our 1337 sponsors. Oh, I don't see a list of the names of the people who gave you guys $1,337. Like, do I literally just get called 1337 sponsors? Not even like a name to go by. Did I miss it? Because you had time to put in a high guard joke, but you didn't have time to list the people who actually made the award show possible. Interesting. You know what? Maybe it's on their Twitter page. Let's check. So on their Twitter page, we have so they just posted the award show. They just posted the award show on Twitter too. 4 hours ago. It's around the same time. They just announced most of the shit happening in the Okay. Interesting. Okay, cool. Sick and awesome. Last week we had our live premiere in Dallas. Tonight we bring this year's show to YouTube and Rumble. Awesome. So we watched it on YouTube. I'm not seeing the list of people, but that's weird because it said they had the list. It said you are listed as sponsor of the Real Game Award. Oh wait. Did he literally mean that he'd be listed as sponsor of the Game Award? Because in that case, appreciate all you helping make the show happen. Oh, maybe he puts it in here. W scam again 8 minutes ago. Was this someone from my chat doing this? The intro embarrassed me how big my grin was in front of everyone. The intro embarrassed me by how big. Oh, he was happy about this. Give these fools multiple millions of dollars. Normal man, let's go. Leaflet made a fire opening. Wow. Bro, that AI intro was crazy. I can hear Fratanga saying they made the same mistake as last year. Stellarblades 2024. That's gonna be funny. Look forward to. Is this whole chat fucking AI? Straub's words really moved me. Yeah, because you could barely hear him. This is so great. This is so great. All these comments. The video has 2,000 views. Also, here's my video from last year, by the way. You guys gotta give me more views than these guys. Yeah, Staub talked. All right. Where is it? Here? No, it's the piano. They spent an hour on the piano. I forgot where they were at. Oh, they are. Yeah, here's what Staub said.
Games come and go, and then there are the ones that just refuse to quit.
These are the games that survive updates, new consoles, and entire industry cycles because their communities just keep showing up.
They're still being played.
That's it. That's it. Also, if I'm not going to show behind the scenes, but if I look at my audio when I'm monitoring it, when she speaks, it's literally only coming from one speaker. Truly inspirational work done here, though. Like, they had to change their whole setup and have a background and everything. By the way, Reb is using the Dark Void, so this is a very big step up for him. Everyone should clap for Reb. This is... Yeah, a channel with 140,000 subscribers. Only 2,000 views in 2 hours? But that's... This is... Oh my god, this is great. This is so great. Why didn't you commission more animation instead of resorting to LLM hallucination for this one? Yeah, where did all the money go? Was it just to the opening? Only criticism may likely be due to the lack of money and institutional connections, but that would be the lack of world premiere or at least trailers of upcoming games in the show. Buddy, they did trailers last year. This is going to be shot on an iPhone again. Way better than the Game Awards. A handful I didn't approve of, but I get it. I knew X-Men 2 was going to win. Here's my thing. No listener contest here, losers. Here's my thing, though. If we type in the Real Game Awards 2026, is there going to be anyone? Oh, that's me. Is there going to be anyone like on their side covering it? The Shogun cast did. Okay, I don't know who that person is. Because I feel like they should be... It's me again. They should be all over this, right? Like this should be... This should be their thing. Okay, it's got more views now. This should be their thing. Appreciate you all helping me make the show happen. Could you use a favor and hit thumbs up? Let's get to 1,000. You know what? I will help you get to 1,000. Here. You're at 42 now. Only 900 some odd more. Oh, the show last year was infinitely better. Was infinitely better than this year. This year's show really felt like they did a lot less. It was way more tamer than I thought it would be. Like, it was way tamer. Last year, they started off with a caricature of Hideo Kojima, a super racist caricature of Hideo Kojima. And they even had the announcer for Duke Nukem. No, not announcer. They had Duke Nukem. Don't know how that happened, but they had Duke Nukem doing the actual announcements. But this year just seems so... After making me wait, and you said you took all this time, this feels like you put less effort into it. I mean, the majority of this video was taken up by the rendition for Halo. None of the awards were really surprising. They spent more time being petty and spiteful than actually presenting awards to showcase what they liked. Like, this isn't something that's sustainable. And I think they know that. Because, like, even their community, you had 2 mods. You guys had 2 mods. For best jiggle physics, you guys had 3. I think last year they had better categories for jiggle physics. Yeah, hold on.
Smash.
Let me show you some clips from last year. Last year they had it was still Kirsha. And Marty also was, by the way, Marty was also here last year too. Just so you know, this is from last year's award show now. They had more people. They didn't even do waifu of the year. They didn't do waifu of the year or best husbando. Man, they're just dropping categories. But see how they had trailers? Like they had trailers for games last year. Again, they didn't pick them. They didn't ask them to do that. But at least they had trailers last year. And here they had best husbando, which was done by Kirsha. They also, I believe, had best jiggle physics already last year too. But they had more categories. Like they had more, at least, nominees for certain categories. But now it's just like, honestly, I don't know. Best action game. Like, I don't know who had jiggle physics. Who did that? But they had best games journalist, worst games journalist, best IP, whatever. I think it was her who did. Yes. Best jiggle physics. And they had the first Descendant again, Stellar Blade again, Zenless Zone Zero, and Lollipop. Didn't like Honkai Star Rail or some shit? Didn't like War of the Ring? Didn't some gacha game come out that had jiggling physics? Like, they had more categories last year. They had put in actually more effort last year. Look. Last year they had supporters. Last year they actually showed their supporters. Like, look at that. They actually showed. Smash AT obviously paid. They showed their actual supporters last year, right? They showed their supporters last year, but this year,
Smash JT.
Nothing. This year's no supporters. So does that mean no one supported them this year? Who knows? But yeah, the effort is not there. It just wasn't present. And then again, best content creator loses to Kirsha. Again, I would have said Legendary Drops. Legendary Drops is the only one out of the two, because Kaya's a dog, is the only one out of the two that actually produces their own content and not just reactionary content. And I say that as someone who does a little bit of both, but primarily does react content. He at least has his own content that he puts out, right? So by definition, he's a better content creator. And yet loses to Kirsha, which I feel like, look at this. I think DEI, right? Is this not a DEI pick? But in all honesty though, this is the part of the award show I really want to like focus in on, because again, this highlights the level of spite. This and the Sulaco thing highlights the level of spite all of this is predicated on. The entire conceit for this is we think Jeff Keighley's Game Awards shows suck because they show too many people getting awards and too many trailers. People watch the Game Awards specifically to see the world premiere trailers. Okay? It's the trailers and it's to be upset over the Game Awards that are nice for developers, but ultimately do not matter, right? And he's like, we can do a better show. We can do a better show. And so that was what this is from. None of this is done out of love of video games. It's done out of spite. They said we can't be gooners. We'll show them. We're going to have awards called Best Jiggle Physics 2 years in a row. We're going to have Best Mod, and it's going to just be booby mobs. That's it. Not even butt mods, just booby mods. Not even like cool mods, just big bust. That's it. That's what they want. And then when you say that's all they want, they get upset. But if you look at all their criticism of female characters, it's always the same. They don't have big bouncing titties. That's all they care about. But that's only a category because they think other game shows are too afraid to do that. They're not afraid to do that. It's just a dumb award, and not everyone's 12. Some of us have touched a titty in real life. Some multiple. We don't get titillated by digital titties, because if we did, this would have done something for somebody. This would have activated something from somebody right here.
Well,
I've never been more flaccid in my life. This is not sexy. This is not, because you know why? End of the day, it is a 3D rig, horribly done, mind you. It's a simulacrum of a real person. Not to get it wrong, I know people can find game characters attractive. That's a little bit different. But what I'm saying is, this is supposed to be titillating, and it's like, this is sad. You don't even understand what makes things sexy. Like, this is.
Oh, we're ready. Oh, I was still practicing. Well, thank you for that award.
That's
interesting that
it's terrifying. That's terrifying. I don't know who this is supposed to attract, who this is supposed to entice. Not me. But again, this is all they have. It's this. It's awards that make no sense. You had an intro that had no cohesion to anything. Actually, I didn't even see what the words were saying. So let's just go. Okay, let's just see. We're not going to play the music because I don't want to hear that again. But like, okay. Look at the words. Gray skies on the way home from school. Forced into things I never wanted. The place I escaped to was beyond the screen. Clutching the controller, the pain fades away. What kind of loser? Even when we grow up, some things never change. The bonds with the friends I met here, it was our one and only, a small sanctuary. Then strangers showed up out of nowhere. I don't know who he's supposed to be, but these lyrics suck. This is no Charlie Kirk saying that's wrong. Okay, JoJo's villain, like they own us. Don't screw with us, denying everything we love. If you try to paint over who we are, we will fight. In the darkness, I reached out my hand. The warmth I felt, the proof of my bros. We're not alone anymore. Take back the voices drowned out before. This is our story forever. Like, bro, you don't die of cringe from this shit? Like, you don't die of cringe from that shit? Just words thrown together. Like, that's the thing, though. their whole idea of video games, and I'm being real right now. Their whole idea from video games is based solely in grievance. Their whole thing was gray skies on the way home from school. So their life was shitty. School life sucks, whatever. I can understand symbolism. And they're saying that when they put the control in their hands, the pain went away. They use video games as a coping mechanism. And now they're saying there's people who are coming in and taking it from them or whatever. But why is your core memory to video games, shit was bad and I play games to get away from it? Why can't you just enjoy it? This is like if I said my gray skies and I took a swig of beer and now these people are trying to take it away from me. Maybe they should. Maybe they should take it away from you. Maybe you shouldn't be using games as a coping mechanism. Maybe you shouldn't have video games tied to your identity to such a degree that you put shit out like this. Actual shit. It's